it's Mark, and I'm gonna do a video on stocks. Yeah, you guessed it, stocks, and I'll look at some Bitcoin too if I have time. So let's just look at some of the stocks that I've been looking at for a while now, like this Fury Gold Mines. I did this one in a post a few days ago, and I was just kind of looking at gold and commodities and Bitcoin because as big tech stocks are going sideways, these things are going up, So it's been very interesting, and even oil too. Yeah, it's like it's kind of a strange year. So yeah, this Fury Gold Mines is a small cap. This is mostly just a technical play here. I'm not really well versed in the fundamentals, or do I really care about them? Because it's just a speculative type of trade here off these technicals. Because that's some really good ones that are going that I noticed. It was after earnings where the stock really started to move, and as I said in the other post or video, it did a nice trend support there it found, and then the earnings were just the catalyst for this new breakout to, looks like a 52-week high now. Yeah, it's like just almost a 52-week high. So that one's interesting. And when these stocks that move, they tend to find support levels from farther back. Back in November, it found support really well there. So that's kind of like this Bolt. The Bolt one was one I did a post on too a while ago. So this one, guys, looks really good here. I mean, this is one of my favorite charts the past couple of years. Is this rounding bottom formation where you see it just basically makes a perfect rounding bottom, technical bottom. It's a bottom pattern. There's various kinds of bottom formations and charts where it's just either a spike or a double bottom, or this is just kind of like a slow random bottom. And there was a bear trap right there, and it's just come out of that really well, and now it's in a bull flag, and this one looks really good, this bull flag here. So I'm watching this one, and this could be a good trade too. Like, it's really hard to pick. It's hard to pick winners in small cap bio, but to hold for a long period of time. But usually it's like ideally I'll just trade them because they tend to be pretty volatile anyway. Over years. So yeah, this one's a really good bull flag here. I mean, it's got this descending volume. Pretty much every day now, the volume's been lower, which is one of the good things to see on a potential bull flag. So it may not work out, but it looks like it's got a really good chance here to run. And the fact that it's had runs in the past, pretty good spike days. Because just the other day it had a big spike day. It was up a lot on that where it broke out of that range. And yeah, this one's one of my favorites right now, really, as far as the technicals go. And I haven't checked to see if it's had any past runs. Not really. Yeah, it looks like a new-ish. It's pretty new as far as the trading history. So, as you know, if you follow my Twitter feed, I did a tweet just today about the growth in the biotech and biopharma industry. It's one of the fastest growing industries that I know of, that is just so obvious because they're going to be using the newest AI tech and LLMs, and maybe there's probably a lot of proprietary tech too, because it's all can be very specific to that industry. So the LLMs are really good with pattern recognition, and so that's really good with drugs and science. So So yeah, that's I did that post. Check out my Twitter on my Twitter feed if you don't subscribe, because I'm really active on there. So I'll just pull it up real quick. It's right here on today. So and this is an old research report too. I mean, this hasn't even been updated for this year because the Gen AI market's grown even more, and the growth rates are just compounding. So yeah, this is probably, I mean, these figures are probably even really understated. So yeah, it's probably a lot more than that. I think the Gen AI market's gonna is like 300 billion now, but in like 10 years or less than, or I think it's 2030, it's gonna be like 300 billion. Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely been bumped up. Like I said in that post. So, and just the fact that this is being acknowledged too, I think just makes biotech and healthcare, biopharma, even medtech too. Um, it just makes it all really worth investing in for the long run, in my opinion. So like kind of if I only invested in if I only invested in growth markets, if I had to pick one, it would probably be the biopharma and biotech. You know, I wish there were some better ETFs that were more specific. Like, I mean, yeah, there's biotech ETFs, but I mean, a lot of the liquid ones are the ones that I know of. They're all big companies, like Amgen, Biogen, and I just think there's going to be a lot of smaller companies that really capitalize on the AI. And the other thing I didn't mention in that post is that the the industry, they're going to be using a lot more cloud compute, and it's so in other words, the cloud industry is going to benefit from this too. Because the article that I found, and this is like an old article too, but that mentioning cloud, that's the direction everybody's going. So that one, that's like some interesting stuff. And this one I had Lab. I found this company Lab a long time ago. This one was way last year, and this one's actually it's coming back up into to this level that it's been dancing around forever now. So it's uh, it's over that level, so it looks really good. That's another rounding bottom. It actually failed back here, and then it's come back, so it's back inside this trading range now. And yeah, there's the range right there. It's about 310 to 250, so it's actually had some volume come in. A lot of volume came in the last couple days, so that one's worth watching too. And it's got a good uptrend there. That's the trend support right there. So yeah, this one's interesting too. This one, I believe this one's not really a small cap. It's kind of like might be like a mid cap, but I mean it's like $1 billion market cap. So whatever you call that these days. Yeah. But yeah, there's been some pullbacks in some of these ETFs too, like PPH, pharmaceutical ETF. But I think that's what I'll do. I'll try to find some more. If there's any other biotech or biopharma ETFs that are more exposed to small caps. I really doubt it though. Like I've never seen them recently, but who knows? There's so many ETFs out there. Maybe there's something that has more of the smaller companies. So I think those, I mean, those obviously can grow more and utilize the AI tech to more of their advantage. You know, like there's only so much Biogen can grow. So yeah, like I was thinking, you know, tech is going sideways. I've been saying that for weeks now. You know, it's not a whole lot of stuff going on with big tech except Meta. Like Meta is holding in there. I guess that might have something to do with they're putting out a new llama model. That news looks like just hit maybe today or yesterday about a new llama open source model, and it's kind of like it's basically a race I think now with these LLMs to see just who can come out with the stuff the fastest, you know, the best and the fastest. So like OpenAI seems to be dragging their feet. From what I've seen from the devs, they're kind of been looking for that the GPT-5 for a while. It's not come yet, and then you know, Anthropic put out Cloud, and then Claude, and so Claude was like the best now apparently. So yeah, it's pretty much whoever can come out the fastest. You know, it's definitely a race. But yeah, Meta is actually it's flirting with the breakout. I mean, it came out of that range that I was looking at, and yeah, if it holds the next couple days above this range, that could be really interesting. Looks like it's gonna break out again. So that's one of the only tech stocks that I noticed that was looking really good. Uh, Maybe Google too. That one, yeah, that's really strong too. Google's about the same. You know, could be a breakout any day. Another push, and well, even Microsoft. You know, even though it is pretty sideways still, it still looks pretty strong too. You know, like that. It's in another range now up there, and that could break any day now too. So it's kind of just like watch and wait here for these to make a move or not. You know, whether they're gonna move. So that's about all I saw. That's the only thing that I've seen that's really interesting right now. And the Peloton had a good day. Like today would have been a good day to put on some more puts. Uh, so I was looking at these puts and some of these weak names. Like the Peloton, I did a post on this. I found that triangle like a couple days ago, and maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and I put that out, and it's just been going down. It's breaking down again. So the sell volume was pretty good too, because not many people coming in here to buy. So yeah, that could have been today. Might have been a good day to pick up puts. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a push retest of that 420 level. That would be nice, you know, if we get a little push up to get puts. You know, we just gotta hold this downtrend. But it looks that's one of the more interesting looking short setups too. And that's about it really that I saw interesting. Looks like the Nasdaq was pretty much flat today. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll just call it a wrap there.